Hey kids, it's Pat from Dead Things here, and I've just been listening to some of the postings that have been on YouTube about Hauntcast to see Steve from Steve's Haunted Yard and Tara from Castle Tara and of course Zach and Jeremy from the Bloodshed Brothers have all kind of weighed in on Hauntcast and since I rarely have original ideas of my own, I figured why start now? Just jump on the bandwagon and put in my 2 cents worth. So consider this bandwagon jumped. So I first discovered Hauntcast around episode 7 or 8, and the first thing I thought to myself is, why hasn't anybody told me about this Hauntcast thing? And then, of course, I realized that I don't have any friends who are into haunting, and at that time I was only a lurker on the forums, so it pays to be a regular on the forums. As soon as I listened to that first episode, I was hooked, and I had to go back and listen to all the rest of them. And I've been a dedicated fan ever since. Apparently one of 2, but she has to be in bed by 7, so it's not a big deal. I just find it to be a funny, smart, SMRT smart, but smart show about all things Halloween, which I love. Reverence theater, the mind is just absolutely brilliant. Shelley's always comes up with interesting things on her segment. Johnny and Chris's banter. I've watched movies because of Johnny's recommendations, and I've looked up books and comics because of his recommendations. Mad props for props. There's been some brilliant things that you probably wouldn't see if you weren't a regular. And then of course there's interviews with haunting gurus. I mean, the Davises, Steve Hickman. Come on, people. So now Chris wants to charge $1, $1 per episode. What can you buy for $1? You can buy a cup of coffee for $1. That isn't going to last you 2 hours. I've been a musician since I was 16, professional musician, and the one thing that always used to just kill me is that people go into a bar, pay $2 for a cover charge. $2 for a cover charge. $2 to see an evening's worth of entertainment. $2, is that really going to cut into your drinking money? I mean, it's $4 a beer. You can buy a half a beer. Woohoo! So the fact that somebody wants to charge $2 or $1 in this case for something where they're putting an awful lot of time to produce, to me doesn't seem too outrageous. In fact, I think it's as Chris would say, a wicked bargain. I think it's important for us as a community to support this type of programs. There aren't too many of us. We're a bit of a rarefied section of the season. I know around here I'm the only guy around in my city who's as crazy about this as I am. So it's nice to be able to have something. It's kind of how I look at Hauntcast. Is it's like my own monthly make and take. I get to meet with these individuals, and listen to all things Halloween. That's important to me, anyways. So I think it's important to support Hauntcast, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to support Hauntcast. So this is how I'm going to support Hauntcast. I, in my Hauntcast t-shirt, am going to stand outside in this frozen, frigid Canadian winter, until each and every one of you subscribes to Hauntcast. Alright, that's enough. It's fucking cold out here. So in conclusion, I just want to say, think of the children. Subscribe to Hauntcast. This is Dead Things.